You're watching ICSD TV, the Ithaca City School District Student News Network. Join Ithaca City School District Superintendent Dr. Louvel Brown as he hosts informal community conversations throughout the Ithaca area during April and May. These open conversations will allow Dr. Brown to become acquainted with a variety of people from across the community and to personally address their questions and comments. This is an opportunity for Dr. Brown to learn what the district is doing well and how it can become even more excellent. Everyone is welcome to attend.
Okay. That'll be interesting. Wait, can you? Yeah, I have a couple. I have some more on my email I could use. I'd like to do one of the banjo player again. Yeah, it'd be cool to have a darker tone in the background.
Let's do the ghost and the spray one with the ghost.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at the colors on that. This has really been, I think, a true partnership with the Printmaking Center, with the ink shop over, wow, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. We've really been fortunate to be able to get support and funding from IPEI to really create a classroom community, which is what we've wanted to do. There's so many wonderful artistic resources, and the Printmaking Center has really supported us and collaborated with us so that the students can appreciate what's in their own neighborhood and also move outside of that 40-minute bell and start to go a little deeper into what the process is about. So we have an opportunity to work here all day, and the students start to see that they can experiment, they get to play with the media, they take more risks, and they start to understand a little bit more about the conversation with the materials and with their own voice and what they want to express. So this really launches them into a whole different appreciation of their work and their artistic voice. So we look forward to this. It's once a year that we've been able to do it. The students, many of which are seniors, will use a lot of these pieces for portfolio purposes and for AP portfolio as well as applications to schools. And they do anywhere from 3 to 6 pieces that are extraordinary. And it also brings that energy back to the classroom where, again, that playfulness, that risk-taking, that experimenting continue because they begin to see what the results of that might be.
Well, this is my second year here at the ink shop, and I've had the opportunity to expand upon some of the things that I learned last year, which has been really exciting because I've been able to focus more on the composition versus whether I got the technique right or not.
Well, this is my second year here. I came with this goal last year, my junior year. I'm a senior this year, so next year I'm going to college. I'm going to Stonehill College, and there I hope to apply to several internships because it's in Boston, and they have strong internships through the art programs in there. And I'm planning on minoring in studio art and seeing where that takes me.
So every year we put together a book of the images that they do in the workshops, and each student gets a spread to show what they've done, their favorite pieces from the day. Sometimes they take them back into the classroom and collage back into them in other art medium. or leave them as is. And it's great for them to use this in college portfolios, to bring home to their families, to show them what they're learning at school, and there's a sweet sense of pride.
We all kind of come in with our own ideas and our own images, but throughout the day we kind of work off of each other and use each other's strengths or weaknesses and work together, and we create beautiful pieces, which I just love. And mostly I just love being here with everyone else and working with each other.
Next year I'll be in college, and I'll be studying human rights and studio art, so this is extremely relevant. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to do printmaking a lot, but it's definitely good to have as much experience in any sort of media as you can.
I have two sons, one who is now a senior at Ithaca High School and one who is in college. So they both grew up in the Ithaca City School District from kindergarten on. I first got involved with the PTA, which is where most of my volunteer work has happened, when my oldest son was in kindergarten. We lived downtown at the time, and he was going to BJM Elementary School. I think I got involved with the PTA because my mother was always involved when I was growing up, and so it was just something I knew I would do. And I was really interested in education. I teach at Cornell, and so my background is in education, and I really wanted to be involved in my children's lives. They spend most of their waking hours in school, and I wanted to be involved with that. And I've always liked working with kids. I think if I wasn't teaching at the college level, I'd be teaching at the high school level. So it was always an interest of mine. Back in those days, BJM kindergarten, we used to go into the classes and play games, and it was really enlightening for me because it was a different population, one I hadn't worked with before. And it really opened my eyes to the fact that there are children of really varied backgrounds in Ithaca. I think a lot of people think that it's all one really happy, lucky community, and there are a lot of children struggling at all the elementary schools. I just saw it first at BJM. And so that even got me more interested to want to help and support. I saw teachers working really hard. I saw teachers doing very creative endeavors with the kids, and it made me want to support them as much as I could. Eventually, we moved out of the downtown area, and my kids went to Bell Sherman, where I saw the same kinds of really innovative, creative, dedicated teaching, and I wanted to try to support that as much as I could. So I spent as much time in the classroom as I could. I was also working, so it wasn't always as much as I would have liked. My background is in science and science education, so I really liked bringing my work into the classroom as much as possible. A couple times I was able to have classes actually come to my teaching lab at Cornell. I work in microbiology, and they were able to look at a bunch of different critters under the microscope, and I was able to introduce them to a whole new world that I think they probably hadn't really thought about before. And we did that a couple times, or we brought microscopes into the school as much as we could. So that was always really fun because unlike college kids, which tend to be kind of cool and cavalier, high school or middle school kids in particular, and kind of 5th and 6th grade groups are really so excited about what they're seeing. They're not afraid, they're not embarrassed to be enthusiastic about the natural world. And so that was always really fun for me to see. And then as my kids got older, my motivation for being involved, not so much in the classroom, but through PTA activities, was to know what was going on in the school. I don't know if everyone's kids are like this, but I had two teenage boys at the time who weren't always really communicative about what was going on at the school or in their lives because they didn't want to share or because they didn't know. They were just kind of clueless as to what was happening in the schools and why. And so I found that the PTA for me was a really good way to have direct communication with the principals and some of the teachers and to find out what was going on in the schools. Again, my kids were spending most of their time there. Their education, to me, being an academic, was really important, and I wanted to know that things were happening in ways that I thought were good. And again, I wanted to support the efforts of the schools as much as possible because I feel like the teachers and the administrators in the district, for the most part, work really hard, and I feel like any kind of support we can give them is really important. It benefits not just my kids, but really all children in the district. And as I mentioned, one of my early goals was to not just have my kids have a good experience, but to do what I could to make sure that all children got what they needed from our public schools. I mean, it's a public school. So our goal, I think, should be teaching all children, giving the students the skills they need to succeed in the world. And I think that might mean different things for different children, but it's really a goal that I hear now a lot in the school district, and I really support that.
Me to talk about how this event ties in with my purposes as a teacher, and I'm one of those who uses the IPEI grants a lot, and the thing I've been looking forward to today in terms of coming here is a chance to find out what possible links to the Cornell community I can use to do creative things with IPEI grants, and I'm hoping to find some community partners. We already have a wonderful ongoing relationship with the Johnson Art Museum and the Cornell Plantations, so I'm looking forward to expanding that.
This is exactly what I need. I'm teaching a combined English social studies class on African literature and history. I've been doing the literature for 9 years, but newly adding the history, and this is exactly the resource I need. And I'm really looking forward to being in touch with these folks who will help me out with this learning on my part, and on the students' part as well. Thank you very much.
This is a tremendous opportunity for all of our teachers and all of the staff, actually, to see what's available at Cornell.
I'm a teacher's assistant at Ithaca High School, and I'm just appreciating this event right now because we're seeing resources that the ESL teachers can use. It's just exciting to see information about international students and to use this information if we can find the time to use it, because we need help and we'd like it.
I've been fortunate to be around here for a long time, and I've always dreamed about having something this comprehensive here in the school district where it needs to be, and just so appreciative of everyone who has made the effort to make today possible.
On the district side, what's so exciting is that our educators, through staggered times, will have the opportunity to really get an up-close and personal feedback from different Cornell representatives. And what we encouraged our group, I have the social workers, the psychologists, and the counselors who are meeting today, is to think about first what already is in existence, and then through what they see, what might be the possibility for the future. So I'm very, very excited, and my group already is buzzing about what's going on. Thank you.
I was just talking to a librarian from an elementary school, and she was saying that she knows that the teachers at the school are a little frustrated with their new curriculum, everyday math, and also the parents are frustrated because they're having difficulty with the different approach to math, and they're having trouble helping their children. So I was really happy to talk with this librarian, and we can offer some support from the math department and help the teachers and parents better understand the curriculum and get on board, that it is a research-based approach to math teaching and learning, and we can help them make it successful.
So I think the fair has been going really well. A lot of teachers felt that it would be really difficult to get tutors involved with their classroom, extension activities involved in their classroom, but Cornell is really trying to make it as simple as possible, and the process is not very difficult. After an email or two, we can really set up a program that's going to work for a specific teacher or a specific program, and once it's going, it's going. There's not a lot of things you have to do. You don't have to come up onto campus for multiple trainings or any of the other things that I've heard. You know, we can come down to you and make a program that fits your needs.
Hello, my name is Sue. I'm with the ASSET program. This is the Advancing Secondary Science through Tetrahymena Education. We're very glad to be down here this morning connecting with Ithaca High School teachers and middle school teachers. I was telling Cal earlier that it was great to have the time to interact with middle school and high school teachers, but I think the best time was with the elementary school teachers because we have a kit for 5th grade, but we're trying to adapt things to the 1st and 2nd grade level. So we're setting time aside with 3 elementary teachers who are in the 1st grade. We're very interested to have this organism in their classroom, and so we're hoping that with that collaboration we can have a very good kit that the 1st and 2nd grade teachers can use, and it's all because we were able to talk with them at this science fair, at this curriculum fair. So
I think the fair was great. Cornell offers a lot of programs and services that maybe many ICSD staff members don't know about. In this way, I hope they'll learn and utilize all that Cornell has to offer and it will enrich our students' lives.
Two education institutions, Cornell University, Ithaca City School District, joining forces to raise the level for our children.
Well, I wasn't really sure what I was going to walk into today, but once I started coming around and looking at the tables, I found lots of valuable information, picking up some cards to contact some people, and the staff manning the tables seemed to be very knowledgeable, so certainly appreciate it. Wonderful day to have it on. Nice break from the regular meetings.
Well, it'd be great to have a bunch of a core of Cornell kids be able to go from school to school throughout the district based on whatever discipline they're doing. And then they're exposed to the different levels of populations of the kids and the teaching methods within the district. So like they would bring their expertise in simple math instruction on the 4th grade level, geometry, but then take that same package and rotate through the district. That way they'd have a lot more data, subjective as it is, on what teachers are faced with.
Mary McLeod from DeWitt Middle School. I was hoping for this kind of a thing last year when we met up with Cornell to talk about how Cornell could be more involved with the Ithaca City School District. This has been perfect. This has been wonderful. I get the vibe from a lot of teachers and a lot of the presenters that it was a perfect way to get connected and get ideas. And afterwards we left here and we're talking in the group and everybody was talking about things that they had we're going to be able to follow up on. So I thought it was really ideal. Thank you very much.
The Ithaca City School District budget is built around the idea that our district and county does best when we pull together and when we build a budget from the ground up. We must all work together. The elected board of volunteers, the superintendent, teachers, staff, administrators, our concerned taxpayers need to not only look to what we need now, but look to what we need in the future. Never has a budget, or any other budget from that matter, been more important because we have significant challenges that are ahead of us. Things with the economy, rising healthcare costs, the demands on all of us to do more with less. We must build for what we need now, and then for what schools of the future will look like. Infrastructure, classrooms without boundaries and walls, emerging technologies, increasing student and citizen engagement. We must ensure professional development for our teachers. We must support those on the front lines of education with the tools needed to get the job done. We must be bold, we must be innovative, we must be now. The budget is a blueprint for how we will move from good to excellent, how we stay relevant, how we will stay in relationship, and how we will maintain the type of rigor that will once again put our school district as one of the best in the country and education in general as the best in the world. Please engage with us in this continuous improvement process. I look forward to the conversations with you virtually, in your places of work and worship, and in various other places throughout this wonderful community. Thank you.
When I decided to go into teaching, I really liked the Ithaca City School Districts. I thought it was a microcosm of what I had experienced in New York City as far as the diversity of students and socioeconomic status of students, and very unique for the surrounding area without being a major city.
Earlier this fall, Northeast Elementary was chosen as a Blue Ribbon School, one of only 400 schools in the entire country, out of over 100,000 schools, and we were chosen a Blue Ribbon School based on high academic achievement consistently for the past 5 years. It's a great acknowledgement of the great work that our teachers are doing to prepare our students. It's also a great acknowledgement of the hard work that our families have put into supporting the school and having their kids ready to learn.
The classes that I currently teach this year are mainly pre-engineering, which are part of the Project Lead the Way sequence of classes. I teach 3 sections of design and drawing for production, which is also known as DDP. I teach 1 section of Principles of Engineering, which is also known as POE, and that class tends to be juniors, where DDP tends to be freshmen or 9th graders. And then I teach 1 section of Engineering, Design, and Development, which the acronym is EDD. You may hear it that way.
Fortunately, I got a great job doing elementary art, and it really connects me to a different population of Ithaca because I'm able to now make relationships with the younger families.
One thing I really have appreciated about working here, both at LICS and in other capacities in the district, is the freedom that I've had to try to pursue new projects, things that take me outside of the classroom and more importantly take the students outside of the classroom.
Ithaca has an emphasis on equity, and it's not just saying equity, but it's also right there in writing, and we do everything we can to make sure that kids can access the opportunities that are available. So not only are we excellent at creating opportunities because we have so many AP classes at the high school, but we also try and help kids get into those classes and succeed in those classes.
Some of the most rewarding experience that I've had as a teacher is seeing the growth and development of young people as they become young adults, make positive choices about their future, such as entering the job or career market, more importantly, going on to college.
I had a student who was a professor's daughter who coincidentally didn't speak very much English. This was her first year in this country, and was really trying so hard to do well academically and adjust socially. She happened to be a native Spanish speaker, and so am I. So it was very nice that I could connect with someone who had a similar background and try to help her transition into not just learning the material, but learning the culture.
I was very lucky to get a class of Burmese children. These were refugees that came from Burma, escaped, they went to Thailand, and then they came to Ithaca, were sponsored by a group, and I inherited this entire class. There was only 10 of them, and it was so much fun to teach them math. I had to stop every minute and show them things on the map. I would say, all right, let's understand negative numbers, and it's really cold in Alaska, and the temperature is -20, and they would say, well, we don't know where Alaska is. So it gave me a chance to do a lot of hands-on teaching math through the whole entire world type experience.
The amount of languages we have at Northeast literally changes almost on a weekly basis as we have kids move into our school. You know, we've done actual counts every spring, and the count has ranged anywhere from 20 upwards to 30 different languages spoken here at Northeast.
I love being a drama teacher here at Ithaca High School. I think the shows we do here, the whole community comes out. When we do a musical here, all 900 seats are filled for all 4 performances. The reception is incredible. It's a great job for that, and the kids are so happy and they love it, and they work really, really hard. And again, the diversity is astounding.
I've enjoyed working in Ithaca. I really have, and I feel at home, and the community makes you feel at home.
This is a place where teachers have a voice. We have a really good union in case they need that. We have people that you can just walk into next door and share materials, ask for help, and you're going to feel like you're growing all the time. So I definitely recommend teaching here, and I would definitely do it all over again.
Join Ithaca City School District Superintendent Dr. Louvel Brown as he hosts informal community conversations throughout the Ithaca area during April and May. These open conversations will allow Dr. Brown to become acquainted with a variety of people from across the community and to personally address their questions and comments. This is an opportunity for Dr. Brown to learn what the district is doing well and how it can become even more excellent. Everyone is welcome to attend. You're watching ICSD TV, the Ithaca City School District Student News Network.